Hello there. Just wanting to show everybody out there a quick tip on how to make very expressive, very common. You see these left hand patterns all the time. So, very expressive, common left hand patterns. Just going to kind of go through a bit of the theory to get to them and a few variations. So, this will involve that you need to know how to make. In this case, I'm just going to do a natural minor scale, which I have a video on that. I think if you just type in Piano Lessons with Elvin minor scale formula. I'll try to link it at the end if I remember, but I suck at that sometimes. So we're just going to stay on A natural minor, just because it's the easiest to view visually. I'm just going to stick with three chords here. I'm going to stick with the A minor, a G, and an F. I could go on a whole rant with these three chords. There's a billion themes based on it. The very famous Interstellar theme, one of my favorites, Braveheart. Literally, this could be the completely wrong video, and I could just list off a million soundtrack themes. But to get to me, the core of this expressive pattern is you take any triad that you're on. We'll start with this A minor one. And you just take the third, call the third because it's 1, 2, 3, and you just throw the third up top. So this C goes there. And then, instead of this, you get, and that, that's really just it right there. That's pretty already. I can't tell you see this a billion times. So getting this under your hand, just that right there is huge. And that's a pretty easy concept. I can do the same thing on G. Throw the middle note or the third up top. Now for the F, same thing, A up top. Now some of why that's expressive to me is it forms this ninth tenth from bottom to top. My hand's too small to play a tenth. Wow, sad. But watch how expressive just that is. Now, to me, two really great I'll actually say three good variants on that. So let's use that as the main version. And then we could do one where we walk up to it, where now we're still having that third up top, but now we include that root, and then we walk to the note in between. Lots of times with theory, they'll call the note in between a passing tone, because it passes between chord tones. So the chord tone of A minor is A, C, E. Besides that B, all of these are chord tones. They're all from A minor, which this is a great pattern too. I'm kind of jumping the gun. This works great. And then to be a little fancier, you just have that passing tone in between. You can notice with my fingering, I like to cross over with a 2, 1. You could do a 3, 2. There's a bunch there. So, me just doing the variation of adding that passing tone. Now, the rule again is you take that triad, middle note, the third, you throw it up top, you double the root, there, you get that octave, and there it is without the passing tone. Now you add the passing tone. But to me, the last variable is if we just keep these boundary notes, the 10th, and then the redundant root, and then we keep in mind that passing note in between, screw with those notes in any order you want. So, here's the first shape. Here's the one that's all chord tones. Here's the one with the passing note. The one you hear very, very common is someone will just oscillate between a note from that pattern like this one. And notice to me, it's still all a variation of the same concept of the root, the fifth, the third, and then that redundant root here. And then you're just walking back and forth. You have that same passing tone that you would have on that other shape. And then you could just screw with that once you get comfortable any way you want. Yeah, no, of course that's going to take practice there. I mean, just overall skill development there. But I want to just explain the theory of it. Because you literally, I can't explain how often you see those shapes. So it's, to me, it's like, of course they're very beautiful. I mean, they are beautiful. Otherwise they wouldn't exist. But to me, once you understand the theory of them, they're not as complex as they may sound. You know, visually they look kind of nuts. You know, that's not an easy thing to play there. But when I'm playing those shapes, in my mind, the file folder that all of those variations are contained in are quite nice. Pretty compact, because in my mind while I'm doing that, I still think triad, G triad, third up top, you have the octave for that redundant root, and these form the basis, and then just screw around however you want. You have that passing tone. Cool, okay. Hope that makes sense to you guys. Please feel free to ask questions. This was a bit of a speed run on it, and I'm very happy to go into more details. But yeah, whenever you watch this, hope everything's going well in your life. Cheers. Peace.